Welcome back to the Montana State Bobcat Dynasty here on NCAA Football 06. The Texas A&M Aggies, they won the national championship over number 1 Cal 20-17, as you can see there. And now we're going to be jumping into the offseason of Season 12. It's time for stuff to change here for the Bobcats. Year after year, we've been good, but we lose a couple of games that we shouldn't lose and end up being ranked somewhere around 30th and never have a shot to win that kind of a crown. But with what Kevin Fuller did at the end of the year, I'm really hoping he can build off of that and that we can have a championship team here in the next year or two. All right, on to players leaving. It looks like a good chunk of them are due to graduation. Lee Mullins, he was a pretty good backup quarterback for us. 9 touchdowns to 7 picks when he did play, and he did a good job running the football for us as well, though he never ran for a touchdown. Kyle McDaniel, he was a pretty good defensive tackle for us when he played. It's not showing his his freshman year stats. I'm not even sure if he played that year. Larry Burley, he was a good punter for us. I mean, as good as punters come, I would say. Aaron Martin was a solid number 4 receiver for us throughout his career, catching a couple passes for a couple hundred yards and a few touchdowns each season. Paul Washington was a late bloomer for us. His last 2 years were pretty good, over 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns in those seasons. Ben Collins was a walk-on tight end, and I really liked what he did for us. As you can see here, he was very talented, but underutilized. I never really used him the right way. Hopefully our next tight end will be able to do that. Dave Pope, he's just going to be graduating. He's not going to the NFL, it looks like. Let me see his awards that he got, because I think he got some. He was first team 3 out of 4 years in the Big Sky Conference. So that is pretty impressive right there. Vince Robinson, no NFL for him despite being a 96 overall. He is coming off his worst year with us, but still not a bad player by any means. I mean, he's a 96 overall impact player. So one of the best players on the squad is going to be leaving. Ooh, would you look at that? We have a transfer. Henshaw from Minnesota. I mean, why not? We'll accept you. Taking a look at Matt Henshaw, he's a 76 overall. Never played there. I guess that's why he's transferring. He's a junior redshirt. Not very mobile. Lacks awareness. He's got decent throw power. The only thing he really has over Fuller is accuracy at 84. Injury is pretty standard there. But I mean, I guess if Kevin Fuller were to go to the NFL this season and Henshaw not, because, he's only a junior, there's no way he's going to the NFL right now, he could be some kind of a bridge quarterback for the future, or at least he'll be a solid backup, although he won't be able to play this season. All right, here's who we were able to grab during recruiting. William Dunbar and Donnie McGee, those were both in-season recruiting guys. Same with this other tight end, Chris Hansen. But we were able to grab Ryan Hodges. A bunch of middle linebackers were interested in coming. Of course, we are middle linebacker university, but I figured a lot of them are like juniors and seniors now, so let's grab a few and redshirt them. We got this tight end, Sean Kaplan. He's a great run-stopping defensive tackle. We needed some help in the middle of the line, and I think he should do the job. Ben Rushing is a pretty solid cornerback here, 3 stars. This is the guy I'm more excited about, though, Brody Tatufi. I should figure out how to pronounce that last name because I think he's going to be pretty good. One of the 2 in-state recruits that we ended up getting. Brad Thomas at free safety, maybe more of a depth player, I don't know. We got a wide receiver in Murphy. We got a pass rusher here, Justin Vincent. Tim Ferguson, another middle linebacker for some depth, or possibly, a future starter 3 years down the line or something whenever we run out of linebackers. And then we also got an athlete from right here in Bozeman, Ross Lewis. He looks like he'd probably play wide receiver, maybe defensive back. We'll have to take a look. So our athlete Lewis would be a 70 overall wide receiver. He'd actually be a 70 at right end, which is kind of weird, at defensive end. He'd also be a 70 at corner, or free safety, a 68 at strong safety. Well, he's got 82 speed. His awareness is really low. 74 catching, 90 acceleration, 87 jumping. He's got solid throw power and throw accuracy, actually, so we could even put him at quarterback. if we needed to. Good stamina, solid resistance to injury. We're going to put him at wide receiver for now, seeing as we only have 4 on the roster currently, but we might move him around a little bit. I don't know. Oh, wow. Looking at these training results, and Matt Henshaw, he went up 6 points after just transferring. Wow, his speed went up. Let's see. Let's look at his passing stats. His throw accuracy went up 4. I mean, this is still Kevin Fuller's team, but we got a pretty solid backup behind him now. Granted, he won't be able to play this year. Our fullback went up to an 80 overall. You have Sean Key. That's nice to see, although he will be probably a third-string tight end. Brian Jackson. Got some guys here for depth. Jimmy Kent, 94 overall. Love to see that. Robert Alexander is a 93. Holy cow, we really are LBU. You got Pollard on the defensive end there, 82 overalls. He goes up 4 points. Wheeler goes up 4. Lumpkin goes up 4. I love to see that. Same with Will Black. So 2 great weapons for Fuller to throw to. Taking a look at other guys improving. That's nice. Gabriel Fields goes up 4 points. Fuller is at a 90 overall now. That's nice to see. What went up for him? His strength, his awareness went up. I love to see that. And then his throw accuracy is up to an 82. Still kind of low, but definitely better. Darren Perry's up to an 88 overall. Cole Hurd to an 85. Jesse Schroeder, he went up 2 points. That gets him up to a 92. That's 3 middle linebackers over 90 overall on the squad. Kevin Orts, close to a 90 there at an 89. Anthony Ross, also an 89. Brett Garrett is up to an 87. Adam Weaver's 87. Daughtry's 86. Johnson's an 84. Thomas goes up 2. Carter goes up 2. Williams goes up 2. Got a bunch of guys over 80 overall, which is pretty nice to see. You know, all solid starters there. Russell Slater, potential starting running back for us this year. He's a 78 overall. And overall, just really good improvements from everyone this season, it looks like. I'm excited going into year 12. Here's our schedule going into 2016. We're going to start off by hosting Michigan State. Then we're going to be traveling to currently ranked number 13 Texas Tech before hosting LSU. Then at number 16 Ohio State. And then jumping into conference play. I'm pretty excited for this season and the additions we've made on the offense and the improvements of the players that we've already had. There are a handful of players we're going to be redshirting, all of them on defense, starting with Justin Vincent here. As you can see, we got a lot of defensive ends here already. He's bottom of the depth chart. Might as well give him a year or two workout and whatnot. Looking at linebackers, you can see we got a lot that have been redshirted already. Why not add 2 more as we add both these freshmen here? When it comes to defensive backs, we got a bunch here, but they're all either juniors or seniors. So the 2 that we got in recruiting, we're going to throw both of them in redshirting. Free safety, we're going to put Brad Thomas as a redshirt. As you can see, there's already 4 other free safeties on the team, 3 of which are ahead of him. Donnie McGee, we're going to redshirt him, seeing as Anthony Ross is in his senior season. So it can be Donnie McGee's job for all of next year. Here's a quick look at the players we're going to be targeting during the in-season recruiting, starting with Brent McPherson. He is the number 1 ranked quarterback, and I said, you know what? Why not? Let's try. Go after a 5-star quarterback. He's not very mobile, but I think there's a reason he's the top recruit up here. We're going heavy after the offensive line. We have a bunch of guys that are going to be graduating soon, so that's where pretty much everything else went. Quarterback and offensive line, all sorts of positions here, so hopefully that will get boosted up in the coming seasons. And that's going to be a wrap on today's video. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below on your thoughts for the offseason and maybe what your expectations are for 2016, what you think this team should do, and maybe what you think I should do with this team. But that will do it for today. Thank you again for watching, and until next time, this has been Jeffrey, reminding you to stay moist.